talk about the role of fixed income in a portfolio, certainly there are situations where a client may have some known expenses in the short term, and therefore it makes sense to stay in short duration fixed income.
Right.
However, in many cases, the role of fixed income is as a diversifier to a portfolio, as an income producer. And so we have a long-term time horizon and can really position ourselves in fixed income at a duration that we think is most attractive. So is there a sweet spot in our expectation of how this yield curve may change, where interest rates may go from here?
That's a great question, because we think that there is a sweet spot, and it exists right in this 5 to 10 year maturity on the treasury curve. And remember, I said that the curves, there are curves for corporate bonds, curves for municipal bonds, et cetera. In this particular curve here, we get to do what is called riding the yield curve. It's an old bond trader's term. And that just means that we buy or we lock in a coupon rate, say on a 10-year bond. Now, every year that that bond gets closer to maturity, it becomes a 9-year bond, an 8-year bond, a 6-year bond, and it begins to compete then with newer issues that would be offering a coupon rate lower than the coupon rate you locked in a couple years back. So that bond ends up getting priced at a premium to par
With the
value.
seesaw effect, right?
What's that?
With the seesaw effect that you mentioned.
Exactly. And we know that the bond's going to mature at par, right? So you take advantage of that increase in value of the bond because the short-term interest rates are lower. And then you take those proceeds and invest them back out on the longer end of the yield curve to lock in yet again another higher interest rate on the bond. And as long as the yield curve is normalized like this, you can do that all day long and twice on Sundays.